Hi, Jan here. Welcome back to the channel. I've got a couple of things that I've bought for the dogs here, so I thought, well, I might as well open them and show you what I've got for them. It's not all very interesting because it is for the dogs after all. First one is this great big box, and this is probably the least interesting. This is just some vet bed that I got for them. Sorry, I'm having a job here with my scissors. And sorry about the light, it's the time of day, it's just coming into the kitchen and I don't have any curtains up in the kitchen. Oh, bit of packaging in here as well, good old Amazon. This is just vet bed, it's the green backed vet bed. 30mm thick, and I bought a roll of 75 centimetres wide by 3 metres long, and I buy it on a roll because then I can cut it down to the size that I'm for the various different places. I use it in the kennel under the stairs, the playpen in the lounge, and in the car as well. And I love this vet bed because it's so lovely and comfy for the dogs, but it throws in the washing machine, washes on 40 degrees, and then it's dry so quickly. So I've been using this type of vet bed for the last 12 years for all the dogs. And I think if it's good enough for the vets to use, it's good enough for us to use here. So that's this one, like I said, it's 75 by 100 centimetres, and it cost me, I think it was $48.99 from Amazon. Usually if you get, no sorry, 75 by 300 metres, it's 3 metres long. I would have got a bigger one, but it was the only one that they had in the white, and I prefer the white because in the kennel under the stairs where it's quite dark, if it's white you can actually see straight in to see if anything's gone awry in the kennel, you know, if anybody's been sick or anything, then you can immediately see it, whereas on a darker piece it's not as immediately obvious. So that's that box. Then this one, trying to look for the way in at the moment. I think that's the top. We had an accident last week. I'm trying very carefully not to cut myself while I'm opening it, but it's so taped up. And because I'm a bit accident prone, because I don't have full feeling in that hand, it works, but it's like using somebody else's, so it's not always the easiest. So yeah, like I was saying, I have water bowls everywhere in the house. Because we've got multiple dogs, I like to have a bowl in the kitchen, one in the hallway, and then I have 2 in the lounge. Then there's another one inside the kennel and in the playpen, so that there's always water for them. Sorry, this is a bit awkward to get out of the box. Let me just throw the box randomly, and loads of bubble wrap. Seemingly has no ending. Well, that's ridiculous. It must have an end somewhere. Got it, finally. Sorry, it's not a very interesting video for you, but just trying to do this without smashing the new bowl. And these bowls I used to be able to just go into any of the local pet shops and pick up. But for some reason they've all stopped stocking them. which meant that I had to get it from Amazon. So it'd be so much easier if they didn't use this clear tape, because you can't see the tape itself. And again, like the other bit, the bigger bubbles that were around it, you just can't see the end. It's just... But the other water bowl that we had in the hallway had a crack in it, and I used it for... I mean, it wasn't leaking, it just had this crack in the bottom, and it was like that for about a year without any problem at all. And then Saxon got hold of it and tried to pick it up, and as he dropped it back on the floor, it just cracked neatly into two halves. So it didn't shatter, it just went everywhere. I'm just going to have to give in and cut this out. This is really getting on my nerves now. So this particular bowl, I think the pet shop that had it, you could only buy it online, and it was £25, but I found this one on Amazon for £21.99. So it's the, I think it's the 25 centimetre, this one. Let's see if it says on it. Well, even if it does, I haven't got my glasses on, I can't read it. But that's a nice big one, but it means that it's nice and steady on the floor. They don't knock them about too much, so we've now got 4 of these, all this size. So, and that's Mason and Cash, the brand. So it's a really nice water bowl for the dogs, just to replace the one that got broken. And then I also have this big box, and this is from Natural Treats Wholesale. When I give the dogs treats years ago, I would just buy them something from the pet shop and would be quite confident that whatever it was that I was buying them was going to be good for them. But then with the introduction of the internet, you learn so much more about things, and whereas in the past I always thought that rawhide was a good thing to give them, but now reading about it and knowing how it's bleached and it doesn't digest very well, I don't give them rawhide anymore. So I started buying them Natural Treats. But because we've got the 4 of them, I just go to a wholesaler, because being a bit of a prepper as well, I'm used to buying things in bulk. So I go straight to the wholesaler to get the best price, and then I just get a big treat box, sometimes, you know, 2 or 3 times a year, depending on how long it takes to get through them. Because they don't have everything every day, obviously. And some of the bits need to be used up quicker than others. So let's see what's in the box this time. As I say, this is from Natural Treats Wholesale. And I can't remember the individual prices of the things in here, but everything in this box came to £102. So it's a lot of money, but like I say, we don't do it, it's not a monthly buy. So, and some of these things are quite horrible, and I don't even like to pick them up and touch them. Oh, this has the prices on it, so that's good. Right, so we start off with chicken feet, and this is 1 kilo of chicken feet, and they were oh, it says cost X tax and then line cost, so if I go for the line cost, that's £14.48. So these are really nice big, I don't know how much you can see of those, really nice big chicken feet, and these are really good for the dogs. They're obviously, it's a natural product. I think they're baked and then dried or something, and they've got chondroitin and glucosamine, which is good for their joints, obviously because it's got the bones in, it's calcium and things like that. And we weigh the dogs every week, and so this is their treat for getting on the scales, and so they get the munchy crunchy chicken foot. So we've got those, they'll be very happy, and this is why all the dogs are out of the room at the moment, because if they know that they've got all this, they're going to be upset that they can't eat it all right now. So I've got munchy crunchy chicken feet. Oh, this is a really heavy bag here. This one must be the sow's ears. So that's the extra large pig ears, 25 pieces, £34.65. I don't know if you can see those through the plastic. That's the huge, great big pig ears. And these are delicious and chewy for them, full of goodness. These are air dried as well. And so that actually weighs quite a lot, but 25, so that'll keep them going for quite a long time. As I say, they don't get these every day. This is a once a week or more treat. So they'll go in the usually in the prepper pantry in some sort of plastic tub. Then I have for them sprats, which I've never bought before, but they do like pilchards, which are sardines. So, oh, these are large dried sprats, and I was expecting them to be quite whole, but looking at it, they all look completely crushed. I can't see one single fish in there. They're all, and they do say that you can give them to the dogs whole or sprinkle them up over food. I don't think we've got any choice in this. These are all going to be sprinkled up and given as smaller pieces. Oh, I don't know, there's one or two in there, but of course being fish, it's got all the fish oils in it. I was wondering if it says on it anything about it. Just says nothing to hide, 100% meat. 100% sprats, so it's just fish, nothing else. Feeding instructions for dogs aged 12 weeks and above. Please ensure your dog has fresh drinking water. Well, that's taken care of. We've got the big bowl, so we've got the sprats there. Let's see, the price of the fish was dried sprats, 500 grams, £17.11. So quite expensive, but we'll see how they go on them. Like I say, they haven't had them before, but we'll give them a go this time. And then we have 4 extra large buffalo horns, which they always have buffalo horn and they love them. Now these are the extra large, so 4 of them were £31.73. And if I just open the bag a bit so I can show you one of them. So these are quite literally buffalo horn. They're hollow there. I don't know if you can see in this light, but you can stuff them full of paste or whatever. I never do. They love these, especially when they're teething. They're an absolute godsend because they love them. They're so good for them to chew on. But it's a natural product. They do actually eventually eat their way through them. Or with us, we let them eat them down until they're to a certain size and then they go in the bin. But they absolutely adore these. And they don't smell at all like this. I have noticed with one of our dogs, when he's been chewing on one of these, his shall we say his emissions are a little bit more fragrant. And we'll just leave it at that. But I don't mind that. I would rather him have a natural product that is good for him than just eating any old junk. So we've got 4 of those. And the main problem that I've had with these in the past is when they were younger, Oakley particularly likes to throw them. He has a really good game of flinging them and then running and chasing them. And that causes 2 problems. One, they get lost, or if he's in the hallway, he'll lose it past one of the gates so he can't get to it. So if we're out, if he's in the kennel, he can have it in the kennel and it will stay in there with him. But if he's in the bed in the hallway and he loses it, then it must be heartbreaking for him. But the other problem is where he throws them, we've just had to replace some of the floor tiles in the lounge because he's cracked the ceramic floor tiles because they are buffalo horns. If they come crashing down, then they'll do damage to your flooring. But if you've got carpet, they're absolutely fine. So that's the buffalo horns. Then I've got a couple of other bits. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is my free gift. I've got some dog poo bags. Once you spend a certain amount, they give you a free gift. These are just rolls of dog poo bags. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls in there. 4 rolls of 60 bags. Well, they always come in very handy. I don't know in other countries if you're expected to pick up your dog poo, but in the UK it's absolutely, you have to pick up after your dog. Luckily most of ours gets done in our backyard, which means that we can, well, because it's we've got paving in the back garden, it's easy to pick up. I pick it up as soon as it's done, put it straight in a bucket, and then we just flush it down the toilet and it's done and dealt with. But anything that's done outside of the home has to be picked up. And then we've got the bag. There are various dog poo bins around and about that you can put bags of dog poo in, but it always makes me laugh if I'm out and just end up putting, I have an old handbag that I use for dog walking, and you know, when it's full of poo, I think, go on, mug me for this. So, I don't know what they would have retailed at as they're a free gift. Yeah, it doesn't have a price of what they would have sold at. But then I've also bought a couple of bits here. Where is it? This is £1.98 this cost. And it's just a little tin to carry treats in. Simple as that, just a little tin. But it means that if I've got them in my pocket, it's that much easier to get to. At the moment, like I say, I've got my handbag and I've got a dog treat bag in there, but it does up with magnets. And as soon as I put the car keys in, the car keys start getting stuck to it, and then I'm all in a mess with trying to get the treats out. So I thought that would be ideal, and also it will keep them fresh in my pocket. So little tin for the dog treats, and then also for dog treats, and I do tend to take well, I always have treats on me when we go out, but because the 3 Labradors have a whale of a time when we're out just running and chasing balls and things. Bear's 16 now. He doesn't run anymore, you know, he just plods about the field and he just wants to be, he just likes to go around having a bit of a sniff, and then he'll come over and say, Mum, it's time for a sweetie. So then I'll get him out a sweetie. And then sometimes he says, but I wanted 2. And I think, you're old, I'll let you have as many as you like. And as I say, they're all natural treats from this company. I haven't got any this time, but I buy the venison sausage, which I slice up into tiny little bits. And this one is a little, on a key ring kind of thing, so with a hook. By the way, I have to say, I've paid for this. I'm not sponsored at all. This is just what I buy for the dogs, and it's not the first time I've bought from them. It's a company that I like. Oh, and this one advertises their company, Natural Treats Wholesale. So you've got a key ring bit there. You've also got a hook that you can hook it onto something, and then a little zip, and it's like a silicone material. So again, for dog treats that you can just hook on somewhere. So I just thought that would be nice, and I think this one was about £2 as well. Yeah, the other one was £1.98, and the treat pouch is £2.20. So those two bits as well. So anyway, that's it really for today's video. I've just thought I'm going to unpack it all. I might just as well turn the camera on and show you what I've got. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you were able to see it all right. I've got light coming in from this side, so I know that the light's not good. And also, although I'm looking at the screen on my camera, I haven't got my glasses on, so it's not clear what you're seeing. So I hope it's been all right. Anyway, take care. Lots of love. Bye.